Hello everyone, and welcome back to Untamed Chaos. Since the last episode, I've been working on a lot of different things and trying to prepare a bit more for the Nether. And one of the things I did was I did a lot more mining. So as you can see, I kind of mined a lot more of the turtles, and I started mining out the ores, which is why this is filled in with cobblestone. I didn't get to do it all, but I also mined that direction a lot more too, and read the torches so I wasn't wasting torches. And as always, there was a ton of slimes down here, so I did level up the sword a lot, and pretty much all I did was kill slimes. Like, I was down here mining, slime spawned, I killed them, and the sword leveled up. So that's really all I did to train it, but it does have beheading and I think another modifier now, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, so I didn't mine all the ores yet, mainly around this lava area I think was the only one over here besides that side. But if we come over to the other side here, yeah, that's a lot of slimes. I didn't get to mine this side yet. I started down there, but there's just so many ores and it was taking a while. I did also max the pick out on lapis, which is why I started mining the ores. So, yeah, I think I'm actually going to take a second and kill all these slimes, then get back to recapping. Oh god, this was a horrible idea. So many slimes. Okay, so that took a while. As you can see, I got a lot of slime balls now, more than I probably will ever need. There's a ton more back at the base as well, but while the turtles were mine, they did discover this, an ooze pool, which spawns these guys. I'm just sealing it for the moment because I'm not sure what to do with it, but I know, it's a unique type of liquid from Lycanites that is kind of like an ice liquid that I think freezes you or something. I'm not sure the exact, and oh my god, there's more slimes here. But, that's the base, so they kind of are attacking the base again. But, yeah, I kept mining down this way before there was like a wall here, or just like one tunnel, I think. So I just mined out this whole area. There's a lot of ores I need to get, and let me just try and get away from these slimes, because I do not want to kill them all now. But I also had to redo this because a troll actually spawned over here and destroyed the whole area, because it counted as the right biome for that kind of stuff to spawn. So, yeah, and I left the turtles here, and I got a ton more coal. So let's just head back up to the base, and I'll show you the other stuff I did. Okay, so here in my base, not much has really changed, as I said. I did redo this whole setup a little bit. Mainly, I just ran more cables, like back here and such, and I made a second energy cube, so I have one on each side. I did try and mess around with this a bit more. I filled up a bunch more tanks just to have them ready, and I did find out I could put this water pump in the front of it and have it automatically fill it with water. I'm not sure if that was the mechanism update or it's just something that didn't work last time I tried, but I can have it automatically fill with water. But at the moment, I'm still trying to redo this whole area to get it set up right, like with the water source and all that. And I actually ran out of cables because I was going to upgrade the cables. If you come in here, also I upgrade some of the chests, the gold chest anyway. I was able to just use the gold chest upgrade on them. And here's all my ores now because there were just too many to fit in the iron chest. But I did make Elite Universal Cable, which is an upgrade of the advanced ones I was using. But the thing is, I decided not to replace all my advanced cables with Elite because it's better just to wait and go for the Ultimate, which is the highest tier one from Mechanism, because all I need is Atomic Alloy, which is just a reinforced alloy with obsidian. And a reinforced alloy is just an enriched one of diamond. So it is a bit more costly, but to get this, all I need to do is get obsidian dust with diamond. And obsidian dust is just obsidian in the enrichment chamber. So I decided just to hold off on upgrading that and wait to do the highest tier one later on. So yeah, besides that, I did enchant some items because as you saw, there were a lot of slimes and ores. So when I was doing that, I got to level 30 a few times, and I decided, let's just enchant some more items. So I enchanted a couple more helmets, because my current helmet, well, not only did it get very degraded, but blast protection's not very good. So the enchants I did get were actually pretty good. The old one was blast protection 4, which, you know, isn't that great. It might have helped the Nether against some things, though. But the first one I got was projectile protection and respiration, which is not bad, especially with all the skeletons I've ran into. But the final one I got, or the last one I got, was protection 4 and aqua affinity with the respiration. So even though we have the whole scuba gear here, it's still nice to have that because it's also a very protective helmet. So if I have to go underwater and want protection over having infinite air, that's a pretty good choice. So, yeah, I think that's about it, though. There were a couple other things I did. Over here in the blood magic room is the first one, because I got stuff working. So pretty much I decided to make the runes in the corner speed runes because I heard that did work on the tier 2 altar in this update. Even if it doesn't, when I update to a tier 3 altar, it will work. And I hope to try and upgrade to a tier 3 altar this episode, because off camera I grinded a ton of this stuff and all we need is a glowstone. And the other thing is, I did update the pack and I fixed the issues with blood magic and a lot of the other mods actually. The other thing I fixed was the Tinker's Belt. It was broken, totally my fault. So pretty much I changed the recipe and I didn't realize when I changed the recipe, it didn't craft the right item. It crafted the belt, but it didn't have the little thing where it said hotbar swap Control C. So now if I hit it, ta-da, it will swap my hotbar properly. So just to demonstrate, if I was just to do that and now put this here, now I'll swap between the two. So yeah, now it's working. And so pretty much it was just because I changed the crafting recipe and the item it crafted didn't have the right MBT data or such. And the problem with blood magic was I was using a newer version. So I decided it was better for them to downgrade to the older version of blood magic so all the add-ons worked. I might change that again in the future, depending on if some of the add-ons update or not. But now the signal is swimming and all this other stuff is working properly. And I made the divination block, which I think that's recipe. So yeah, I had all the stuff to make it, I just didn't. So I made that off camera and tested it. So now I can just right click it and it tells me all the information, the tier, how much blood it has, and how much I get for sacrificing myself and other entities, which is the main use of it. So yeah, anyway, I feel like that's enough recap. But yeah, so I think we probably should just head to the Nether, because there are a few other things I would like to do, but well, that's the main thing this episode's about. So yeah. Okay, so I decided I want to make the Nether portal out here, just because even though I turned off portal spawning for the Lycanized demons, I want to keep it further away from my base, and this just seems like the perfect area for it. So I have all the obsidian, I think it's 10 anyway, if not I can run back and get more. Yep, and I have the flint and steel. I think I have everything else I need. My other tools are in the back here. I have my Spectre key, steel to repair tools. I don't really need an axe if that breaks, but don't think I need an axe at all. So the main thing I want from the Nether is glowstone. And that's really all I need. If I can find a fortress, I wouldn't mind getting blazer rods just so I can make potions. But the main thing I need is glowstone. And I should turn my jetpack on. I did make sure all this was charged. And everything should be good. So let's just delve into the Nether. Delve? I meant to say dive or delve. We're going in. Okay, so welcome to the Nether. I think I want to immediately waypoint this, just so we don't possibly lose it, because the Nether's a big place. But the Nether has different ores, thanks to Nether ores, or ores I should say, besides just quartz. I will want quartz later, but the main thing at the moment I want, like I said at the start, is glowstone. Because if I mine these ores, they'll anger the pigmen. And I just want to try and avoid all these Lycanized demons and the like. So, yeah, but I'm not seeing any... Ooh, that looks like a dense ore. Or, there are dense Nether ores. And, that's the only glowstone I'm seeing. As well as that. I just really don't want to stray too far. I kind of almost wish there was some right next to the portal so I could just grab the glowstone and leave. But, oh, is that Ardite? Oh, God. Ow. So, as you can see, the Nether is not a very nice place. Okay, so we just encountered a bunch of Lycan. Oh my god, it's a tougher one. Whew. All I did was try and mine this Ardite, and I just get attacked. But Ardite is one of the best ores in the game. If I can find some Cobalt, I think this can, yeah, this can mine Cobalt and Ardite. I'm just going to put it in here for safekeeping, and if anything happens to that bag, well, I'll be pretty annoyed. And since we're already being attacked, The reason I didn't want to do that is because it would anger the pigmen, but using this, we can upgrade our sword to deal more damage, which means, well, actually, I want to talk about that later. I guess I can just talk about it now, but I want to actually make multiple weapons and, like, even more pickaxes, just so when I'm doing stuff off camera, I don't have to use, like, this pick. So, like, make another stone pickaxe and just use it just so I can level it up, so because it will get different modifiers. Oh my god. Cinders are spawning now. Ah, come on. Oh god. So, the problem with this jetpack is it's really slow. Oh god. Well, at least we got some blaze powder. Ow. So... Ow, 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 ow. I might die here. I really need fire resistance in the Nether. Well, the good news is, I can make fire resistance if I just get a blaze rod because... ooh, what shard is that? Greed. Huh. That's cool. But, and sloth. Huh. So, yeah, but, like I was saying, though, I would like to just get pickaxes and just kind of, or pickaxes, swords, and the like, and just try and... wait, is that from ores? Oh, God. The problem is, those, cinders will spawn from fire. There's a lot of fire. So, if you thought the overworld was kind of peaceful, yeah, the Nether kind of makes up for that. And I really just need to get glowstone and get out of here, because I can't deal with all these cinders without fire resistance. So I'm just going to try flying up here and seeing if we can... oh, cobalt. Okay, I have to get this, just because we can now use this to upgrade our sword to be ridiculously strong. No! We lost one. And there are only two. Okay, so I was trying to scout out glowstone and, I guess this makes up for the one we lost. There we go. Oh, and there was another one there. Be awesome if that was dense. Is it dense? Nope. There are dense versions of all the Nether ores, and there aren't Nether versions of every overworld ore, but there are for a lot. Like, I think I disabled Nether lapis just because it gets confused with cobalt so easily, and just to make that kind of like an overworld only thing, so you didn't have to, or so to discourage you doing all your mining in the Nether. But I just realized I've really screwed up here. Okay. Wait, what was that? But I just realized I really screwed up in that I said I made all those hydrogen tanks. I did not bring one. So if my jetpack runs out of fuel, I'm screwed. Okay, that's almost all the glowstone we need right there. And we can get some more of this cobalt. Just seemed like it was one. Just to open the map, are there fortresses nearby? It does not look like it. Darn. So, let me just try and get some more quartz. Wait, there's a pigman. Oh my god, they're actually pretty rare. I almost want to kill them because I know Thaumatic Tinker, I think, is the add-on that adds nether shards. And nether shards are very useful late game, and the main way you get them is pigmen. So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to kill the pigmen to see if I could get a nether shard. Well, I think no, I don't think mining quartz angers them. I think it's only the other nether ores, and I'm actually not sure if I mined another nether ore yet, because I'm actually going to leave that for the moment, because I don't want to try flying and mining. But yeah, I'm not sure if I actually mined another nether ore, because the cobalt and ardite aren't nether ores. Okay. Also, I noticed that a lot of Lycanite's mobs seems to drop sulfur. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not, but, yeah. Ow. Okay, so I think I actually have enough for the moment that I want to try and get out of here. So, yeah, I'm just gonna try heading back this way and hopefully not dying. It would really suck to die now. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, God. That is not good. Oh. Oh, God. That's a lobber. They throw lava, and it's right next to the portal. Oh, no. I died. Crap. Okay, seriously, what's with all these Endermen? But I don't have time for him right now. So, pretty much I just grabbed my Invar armor and I just realized I don't have the boots, so I can't jump. That sucks. But, yeah, hopefully I just don't get killed immediately by the lava or such. Probably should have... Oh, God, he is here. So pretty much I realized the only way I'm ever going to get my stuff back is using chupacabra meat. Whew! So I should be able to grab this all now. And I need a spade out of here to get rid of it. But yeah, so I was able to get back down here thanks to the chupacabra meat. And its limited flight ability. And I got all my stuff. Get the spade out of here and hit this. 1, 2. Okay. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. There's just so much stuff going on. Can you see now why I didn't want to come to the Nether? Oh, God. I'm not sure what fire that was, scorch fire or whatnot. I'm not sure where the core... Okay, there it is. So, have to hit it 3 times with a spade, and it goes away. So, I'm just worried something's coming because I heard weird sounds. Okay, I think I got everything now. Just want to try and pick up any items that might have fallen about, mainly just the drops there. Because all this stuff is probably useful. And now let's see if we can get out of here. Is the lobber still there? No. Okay, so I think we successfully made it in and out of the Nether. Oh, besides, you know, that one death there, but... Well, and I just realized that's the first time I died. Ah, now I'm kind of annoyed. Mainly because I just had such a good record with this series. That's the first death. Get out of here. It's always so annoying because I know they're just taking grass blocks up there, and that's annoying because now I have to go put more dirt and try and repair it. And But we did get what we needed, the glowstone, and a lot of other things that I'm not sure what they all do. But yeah, we got the glowstone, and ardite, and cobalt. So yeah. Okay, so that seems there's a bit of good news. When I was looking at the items we got a blaze rod. And I know this is used for a lot of things, like a lot of things. But I think the most important I can do at the moment, oh, it doesn't really matter actually. I just realized because I still need nether wart. I can't make any potions without nether wart. So I'm just going to leave it in here and sort this stuff into its actual... I love how I just say, I can't do anything without nether wart, then sees nether warts there. So now if I do that, I have a brewing stand. And I have blaze powder and a ton of slime balls. So what I'm going to do off episode, or between episodes I should say, is set up the brewing stand, brew some potions, try and get some soul sand to make another wart farm, and make some fire-resistant potions, so next time we head back to the Nether, we won't just get completely wrecked by all the fire. We'll get wrecked by other things probably, but not the fire. So, yeah, but we also got the cobalt and ardite to make monulin, which I'll work on doing some other time, probably not this episode. But now we can go back to doing blood magic. Okay, so now that we got glowstone, I can make this altar into a tier 3 altar, which will allow us to do a lot more things. The main thing is, I can now upgrade these reinforced slates into imbued. Using a tier 3 altar, the imbued slates are then used to make a ton of other things. There we go. The different runes, new sigils, and all that sort of stuff. So to do this, I will need my blood orb and stone here. And I also will need to take a bit of this and make 4 glowstone. And this 4 glowstone goes where the torches go. Okay. I've been waiting so long to do this. Now that we have that, we need to make a bunch. And I mean a bunch of runes. So, pretty much... Let's see, there we go. It's something like this, I believe. Okay. There we go. Runes of self-sacrifice. The most important rune I will probably get for a while. So we go here and right-click. It's a tier 2 altar, and self-sacrificing, meaning when I cut myself with the little blood knife or when I use the orb, is 200 life points per heart of my life. So now if I put down all these runes... Not sure what that sound was, but now if I put down all these runes... I think that was a Lycanite mob somewhere. And now I click this. Self-sacrificing is not nearly as high as it should be. What's going on there? It just says 240, but it is in fact a tier 3 altar now. And oh, also I changed it so you need the sickle sight on you to see the tooltip. So yeah, but now it's a tier 3 altar. And I'm not sure why self-sacrificing is not higher. I'll need to look into that. Actually, I think the easiest way to do it is to I guess we can just upgrade one of these just so it uses up the life and then see how much the dagger gives when I cut myself with it. Because it should be 600. That's 10 runes of self-sacrifice, or 20. And each give, I think, 10% or something like that. I forget the exact, but we got our first imbued slate. And that used half the life in the altar. So now if I take the dagger, it has 5,000. Yeah, 5,600. So this is wrong. It's not 240 LP. So I guess this wasn't really useful after all, but now we get 600 per every time I do this. So look, the altar's already back up to full. Before, that would have been even as close to that. Like before, I need to cut myself 5 times just for 1,000 life points. Now 2 times gives me more than 1,000. So yeah, now this is going to make blood magic so much easier. Unfortunately though, there's a little issue with the next thing I need to do. And if I just search orb, I need the Magician Blood Orb, which is just a block of gold and a tier 3 altar. Easy, right? I need 2,500 life points. The altar can only hold 10,000. So you see the problem here. When I start crafting, if it runs out of life points, it starts losing progress on the crafting. So what I need to do now is I need to get some way to heal myself or some better way to generate life points so I can start the process with it full and make up the other 15k life points before it finishes, or else it will fail and I'll have to start all over. So that's what I need to start working on now, and that's also why I was so eager to get potions, because I need some form of regeneration. I do know there is that, like, potions from blood magic, I think. What is it? Alchemy? Yeah, potion flask. So I do know that's a thing from blood magic. I'm just not sure how to get the potion stuff in blood magic yet, so I'll have to look into that off camera. I also do know Botania has some pretty good potions as well. So I don't know, between one of those mods, I'll have to look into getting potions. so I can heal myself to perform or to fill it quick enough to make the new blood orb. And with the new blood orb, I should be able to do a lot more stuff, or at least have a much higher base life point pool, because currently it's capped at 25k life. So, yeah. Also, if you're wondering why I had these other reinforced slates lying around, it's because there is another type of rune I considered making, and that is the rune of, well, I made self-sacrifice, but there's also sacrifice, and these are the same thing as self-sacrifice, but for when I sacrifice mobs. So there is another item. Let's just see. Actually, I can just make it real quick because, well, I already have the altar to make it. But this is a very efficient way of gaining life points, and it might be how I decide to go about doing the little ritual kind of thing to make the... sorry, I'm just a bit scatterbrained trying to find stuff. But yeah, to make the new blood orb, I might go with this method. I think this is it. Let me see. Yep. So, yeah, but this is the other way I can gain life points. Pretty much there's I think 3 ways, actually. But pretty much I either have to kill myself or kill other mobs. Or hurt myself or kill mobs. Or hurt them. But yeah, but this is the other way, and I can't see the stuff because I put away my signal of sight. But it should finish soon. There we go. Now we have the Dagger of Sacrifice. So what this does is if I have a mob near the blood altar, I can hit it with the dagger and it will instantly kill it and fill the altar, I think like 600 life, 500 life per sacrifice. So if I make the runes of sacrifice, not self-sacrifice, it will increase that just like the runes of self-sacrifice increased it for me. So what I plan to do is I need to replace the speed runes because having speed runes is probably not beneficial to what I want to do when making the orb, because it makes the process faster, and I want to make it as slow as possible so I have more time to make up the difference in life points I need. So, yeah. But, actually, let's just put this dagger in here. So, yeah. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. Like I said, I need to look into it more, see what the easiest way to get healing is, decide if I want to try and get mobs here and just kill them, because I know I think villagers are pretty good. And even passive mods, but I just don't have any good source of mobs at the moment, even though I could make ways to move them. But yeah. Okay, so something else I want to do this episode is make a useful thing called auto food, which will help me a bit more blood magic. And pretty much all this is I think this is the recipe. I'm not sure, I might have it wrong. There we go, I did change the recipe, but this is an auto feeder, and all this does is I can set down, right click, put food in here, and it'll automatically feed me if I'm within the area. So pretty much what it means is I can more easily, or I can set this up near the blood altar and more easily AFK, because then if I start to lose food and stop regenerating health, it will feed me and I'll be start regenerating again, so I can more easily gain life points. I'm just going to put it in here for the moment, but I just want to make that on camera so you knew what it was and how it worked and saw me make it and all that. But yeah, the base recipe is just an iron block surrounded by bread, I think, so I've made it a bit more costly. And yeah, there is another item I want to make before I end this episode though, so one moment. Okay, so the thing I want to make is called a compacting drawer, which needs a storage drawer. So actually I need to make this one, I think. Okay, so now what I need is some pistons. I think I have all the stuff for that. Actually, let me just make a few more because I know I'll need more pistons in the future. So just to have those around, let's just throw them in there. So yeah, but now I think I have everything I need to make this, and this is a compacting drawer. So pretty much how storage drawers work are they're like barrels, but they're split into multiple segments. So like the top of this storage drawer could hold one thing, the bottom could hold another. They are a lot like barrels that can be upgraded, and there's multiple versions like half block versions and all that kind of stuff. But the compacting drawer is a bit special in that it's going to make my life a lot easier. So if I take the compacting drawer and take cobblestone, and I just put the cobblestone in there, ta-da! Why is it not going in at the moment? Yeah, I think that's the side that needs to go in. So as you can see in the tooltip, it says how much of each, but it compresses the cobblestone for me. So I can just take all my cobblestone from here, right click, it all goes in, and ta-da, now it has double compressed, compressed, and cobblestone. So now if I click, I can just take them out of the drawers. I'm taking the double compressed out of the top at the moment. Now I can go over here and take out the compressed. I can go over here and take out the cobblestone, and now it's empty. So now I can turn this back into just normal compressed and put it in the barrel. So pretty much this makes it a lot easier to compress cobblestone because when I was mining with the turtles and stuff, I gained a lot of cobblestone and I had to manually compress it in here. Even though NEI did make it a lot quicker, it still is a bit annoying. So now I have a block that will speed this up even more. So yeah, that's another step forward. Okay, so I want to wrap up this episode here, but before I do, I decided I want to head back to Nether real quick and just try and grab the soul sand on camera, because I thought, well, this might be a bit interesting. So, yeah, but I'll keep the potion making off camera, and I know I saw a soul sand around here. Was it up there? I forget where it was. Yes, it was. So, oh god. Well, that took care of him. So, now I just mine up this soul sand here. Oh god. Darn, I really hate the cinders the most. And just to mention, I did change it from Lycanite's default, so cinders and the other inferno mobs do not spawn in the overworld. They only spawn in the nether. So, you know, that makes it a bit easier so we don't have to deal with them around any fire sources. Just fire nether spawns, or nether fire. Words. But I think that's probably enough soul sand because I just need a bit to make a farm. But now that I have that soul sand, there we go. So now that I have that soul sand, I really should probably put out some of these fires too so they stop spawning. But anyway, I got the soul sand now and I'm done with the nether for the moment. I need to get more blaze powder, but I just did get some. So I can make more potions. But for the moment, I think that's good enough. So I can now grow the nether wart. I have a brewing stand, so I can make fire resistance potions. And I also can work towards making health potions or such. But I do need other ingredients like a melon or a gas tier, I think. But I'll look into the other mod versions of them, like blood magic, botany, and such, to see if I can find a good way of regenerating health. And in the next episode, we might be able to perform the next blood magic, well, not really a ritual, but work towards getting the next tier orb and doing some other stuff. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode and our first trip into the nether, and until next time, goodbye.